Okay, I haven't done a video in a week, so I thought this would be a good time to make another one. I've been traveling the past few days. I'm in Chicago right now, and I'll be staying until uh, Sunday. So this may be the only video this week. Uh, but if I find some time, I may do a video, but I probably won't find time. Anyways, I have a lot of trades to go through. My last video was last Monday, I think. Let's see. Yeah, so these are the trades from last Tuesday. Well, I don't even remember any of these. So IPI, I opened this on Monday, I closed it on Tuesday, just didn't get going. And then today it kind of started going, but I would have gotten stopped out anyway, so it was a good sale on Tuesday here. Let's see here. I took a loss shorting it on this day here. Hertz, I shorted it. Let's see. Yeah, so I was anticipating a breakdown, but it didn't break down that day. AbbVie, same thing. Nothing worked that day. 12th. Okay, the 12th. It's here this day actually. Okay. CBay, I entered it on the 12th here. Went up a little bit. I'm still in it. Sold some today. ALDX. Let's see this one. 12. Oh yeah, I shorted it on the gap up. It gapped up like 100% or 70%, and I don't think I can see. Okay, yeah, so I shorted it. I missed the first move down, uh, but I got in here. It's very hard to see here. You know what? I don't even remember where I traded it. I think I shorted it here when it failed VWAP for the second time, and then I covered near the close. I think so. Let's see. FENG tried to long it, didn't work. Not that day at least. And AMBA. What did I try to? Oh yeah, I tried to short it, didn't work that day. So that was Tuesday. Really good day. My longs worked nicely. My day trades didn't work. Or my day trades, I guess I took. I don't know. I may even have. No, I did make money on AMB. Anyways, yeah, my day trades were slightly green. So this is Wednesday. I don't know why this thing is here. It's super annoying. I'm sitting on my laptop. Uh, I don't get this thing on my stationary computer. ADOS. I don't remember this trade. Oh yeah. I bought it in at. Oh yeah, I talked about this one on Monday. So I bought it on Monday. They were gonna release data on Thursday, which they did. I sold all of it before the close on Wednesday, so it was pretty much a run up trade. So man, this video is getting messy. I don't even what day is this? Yeah, this is Wednesday. Yeah, exactly. So I sold all of it. I think I made like 3-4 thousand on it overall. Chainlock finally got stopped out of my swing. So I've been talking about this one. I thought it could go to 30 or 40, but it just, started breaking down. Gold lost its momentum, and so I got out of it. IDXG, let's see this one. Oh yeah, so I bought it here a couple of weeks ago, and I finally got stopped out here. It just broke down. It popped first, then went sideways, and then it broke down. So I got out pretty much break even overall. So I nailed it. Unfortunately, gap down, so I didn't have any size, and then well, I got some shares. I covered into weakness, and it was a quick, nice trade. Made back some of the Tuesday losses. ALDX, the 13th, right? Yeah, I don't know what I traded. If it was long or short. I was short on this day. Didn't do anything. Went sideways. SQM. Try to short it. Yeah, didn't work. SUPV. So SUPV, I'm actually still long it in. I went long here. They had an offering here this day, so I went long, but I closed it. I closed it in this account, but I still have it in my third account that I usually don't. I don't show it here. ABBV. Yeah, made some money. Didn't crack that day either. So I tried to long it, didn't work. Plug, I went long. BLDP was super strong. This was just running up as a sympathy trade. I chased it a little bit. I was hoping for follow through momentum, but BLDP kind of gapped up and faded, and that's what happened. Plug next day, so I got stopped out, break even on it. MBA made some money on it. On the short side, SW. This was a fat finger trade. Tiva. I shorted it. I was long in another account, but I actually shorted it also here. It's kind of hard to show it, but it was gonna break. It was breaking down on multiple time frames, so it was a nice little trade. Day trade, even though I was still bullish on the longer time frame. And OSDK, this one I moved. I think I bought it in this. Yeah, I bought it in this account initially, and then I moved it. I just moved it. I'm still long this one. Okay. So that was Wednesday. This is Thursday. Thursday was just absolutely nuts. I think I made like 20,000 or so, 25,000 this day. ALDX on the long side. Let's see. I bought it. I bought the opening range highs here, 680. Unfortunately, I didn't add on the second opening range highs at 715. If I had, I would have had an epic day. Instead, I had just a really good day. So I sold most of it on the way up. I think I had like 5,000 shares or 4,000 shares, and then I kept 1,000 overnight in case it would go to like, I don't know, well, higher, which it did. I actually sold the last 1,000, I don't know, I think in the 11s or something like that. So plug, as I talked about before, I got stopped out of it, break even. XXII, now this thing went crazy. I sold some, I've been selling on the way up. I think I have a third left still. Sorry, 2/3. I sold, so, I went long here, so, sold a third on the way up. Big move, 35%, almost 40. I think this thing can go to 4 or 5 before the year end. I'm really bullish on this thing fundamentally, or maybe not fundamental, but I think this is one of the most hyped stocks right now, and it can really go. Let's see. So I've been trimming some LL. I even got stopped out of my swing portion. on oh, that was on Monday. I think I talked about it on the Monday's video. Anyways, Halo. Oh yeah, I bought it somewhere here. Pre-market, I actually bought it, I don't know, in the mid-high 15s. Then I got stopped out, and now it kept going. It stopped me out, and then it went straight up. PLSC. So let's see. I had a nice little day trade on it. No, this was a day trade on the long side. Bought it on opening range highs, and it just went straight up, and I only got filled on half my size, and I sold way too early. I did not think it was gonna go to 15, low 15s. I think I sold my last shares in the mid 13s. So I mean, I made like 20% intraday, and then it went up another 10% or so. Hertz was a really good day trade. Like, this thing repeated what it did a couple of months ago. It went up big, gap down, and then just kept going down. And this day, I shorted the opening range lows and made some money. And this on Thursday, exactly same thing happened. I think they got downgraded, so it had gone a big run, and then it gapped down. It was kind of a range break. Same thing here. It was a big range break, and just kept going down throughout the day. So that was a pretty nice trade. Day trade. BZUN, I think I tried to short it. Yeah, I shorted it. Didn't have any follow through. GBTC, I went long on this day. Didn't go up much, but I made a little bit. I bought the opening range highs, sold some on the way up, and then I got stopped at break even on the rest. Feng, I went long. Unfortunately, I only got filled on half size. I went long here in the 480s, 485, I think. Oh no, let's see, 483. Okay, that was early. Nice. Anyways, I only got filled on half size, and I didn't want to chase like 3-4 cents to get filled on the second half. And yeah, sometimes you have to chase, but it is what it is. VNDA, what is this? Oh yeah, I tried to short it on this day. They actually failed a trial, and the stock went up. So I was anticipating a breakdown midday, and it didn't work. So I stopped out. CatB, similar scenario as this other stock. I don't remember the name, but they have a set date. Yeah, 4th of October to release some data, and it's a beaten down microcap stock, biotech, all the all the right things going on, and why can't it go to like $2 before that data? I'm risking, I don't know, 6-7 cents to possibly make, well, I don't know, 50 cents or more. Good risk reward. Momo, I shorted it. Oh. They had some bad news on this day, so I shorted it on some of these. I shorted here on this VWAP fail, and then I added on this VWAP fail, and yeah, didn't really go down much, but I made some money. DLB, I shorted it. Yeah, didn't do much. So that was Thursday. Really, really good day. Friday, another sick day. Another day, I think I made, yeah, I think I made around 25,000 on Friday after making, what was it, 20,000 on Thursday. So I was kind of hot last week. Very, very good week. So let's see. So ALDX. Yeah, so I sold my last 1,000 shares. I made 40, almost 4,500 on my last 1,000 shares. JP, I went long this thing. Didn't so I closed it before the close. It didn't, it closed weak, and I just didn't like it end of the day. And MYOK, I added into the breakout. Today it kind of sold off a little bit, so I sized down on it. And I think they released some data midday also, or something like that. I think they had some presentation at the conference. I think, yeah, September 16th, 19th, there was a presentation. So they released some data, and then it sold off late day. I'm trying to remember a symbol. A cow, maybe? Yeah, so a cow. So I just want to show you something. So this Akao went up a lot on data, went up 200 over 200% on the first pop, pulled back a couple of weeks, then it had a breakout, went up another 30%, pulled back, went sideways, had a breakout, went up another over 40%. So this is what I'm thinking about Mayock. So, you know, it looks like a big move. You may be thinking, hey, why is this guy crazy buying it up here? Well, you know, this move is only 160, 100, okay, say 180%. This thing could break out and go to 60, 70 very easily, especially in this market. So this is why I like this breakout. Now it failed, but you know, if it sets up again, maybe later this week or next week, I may buy even more. Okay, let's see here. CLXD. I don't trade. Oh yeah, so I shorted it. Quick day trade, didn't make much. It was super thin. I took 2 losses on it before I finally nailed it on half size. I took 2 losses on it on full size, and then I nailed it on half size. It was super thin. I didn't want to chase it, and yeah, still made almost $1,000 on it. Would have been like $3,000-4,000 trade if I hadn't gotten shaken out twice before. And anyways, HMNY, I got back in, bought some opening range low highs, sorry, and it went just absolutely crazy into the close. It went up like 35% after I bought it, and you know I was up almost 14,000 on it. And you know I've been talking about this thing for weeks and weeks. I've been talking about this thing pretty much since here, around here, why I like it fundamentally. So EFX, I tried to long it, no juice. NLK, I don't know this one. Okay, I tried to long it. I thought it was gonna bounce, didn't do it, and today it sold off even more. I'm still looking at it on the long side. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the bounce day. I don't know. It doesn't have to bounce, but I want to be there in case it does. GBTC, okay. Oh yeah, so I finally nailed it on the long side. As you remember, I bought it here, made some money on Wednesday, or on Thursday, sorry. So on Friday I bought the opening range highs again because Bitcoin was bouncing, and yeah, it went straight up, and I got filled on half size. I didn't want to chase. I think I had like less than 100 shares. Yeah, I got filled on half size. I think I had 50 shares and I wanted 100 or 150. I don't remember. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, still made 3,400. So it was a really good trade. ECA, let's see here. Oh yeah, it was a short. Shorted opening range lows and then it went lower rest of the day. It was a decent trade. Nothing crazy. AMC short. I think I shorted it here and then it went lower, and yeah, anyways, it was tiny trade. Got stronger end of day. I got stopped out most break even. MRTX, what is this? Oh yeah, I tried to short it. I shorted the opening range lows and then it reversed, took out VWAP and took up this lower highs, and I got stopped out then. Yeah. Took a loss on it. OPNT, I tried to bounce it, didn't work. It bounced today, but today I wasn't in it. So I was looking at a lot of other things. ALDX. Oh yeah, so I shorted some here Um, I wasn't sure it was if it was gonna pull back a lot, but I shorted some here in the low 11s. I wanted to. I had 1,000 shares. I wanted to get another 2, 3, 4,000 shares on pops, but it never went that lower. And then I was actually looking at it here. It was making lower highs below VWAP and had a range break, but it was an under SSR and had the 5 cent tick on the 5 cent tick pilot. So I really didn't like to add into it, and then it went straight down. I covered it and I made let's see, yeah, 2,000 bucks on 1,000 shares on just tiny partial size. That's not bad. Yeah, let's see. Took a small loss on it. I shorted it. The second day was green. Wasn't really super excited about it, but I got stopped out the first time. I shorted somewhere here. I got stopped out, and then the second time I made back some of it. And then today I missed it. Today it just took out opening range lows, went straight down, bounced a bit, lower highs and faded. But the volume is really gone now, so it's not tradable anymore. So Friday was a really epic day. And today was okay. I made some of my day trades. I gave back some of my swing trades. Let's see here. So MBRV, I bought some in pre-market. Had some, it gapped up a lot. Had some good trial data, and then it just faded off rest of the day. I got stopped out very quick. I got stopped out in pre-market. So GBTC, tried to short it some at the open. Was a little bit stupid. I should have waited. And then it started, failing. Started retesting VWAP, put in a lower high. I added into it. Then I traded in and out a few too many times. But it wasn't tiny size, so wasn't too bad. But I lost some money on the SQM. Again, I unfortunately I didn't add into it. I didn't pay attention. I shorted some shares into this first weakness. And then I could have added opening range lows, and in hindsight, I could have even added here on this range break. But I was all out here when it went red. Uh, I covered my partial size, my half size. So that was a decent trade. Then I tried to reshort it in midday, and I gave back some. But it was still a decent trade. AMC, I tried to short it on Friday, and today I finally nailed it. It rushed out of the gate. Then it started failing. I shorted some. Went sideways, failed a bit more. I shorted some more, and I just covered up into weakness and some into close. So that was a decent trade. EPCM, tried to short it. Didn't really do much. Very thin stocks. I didn't do any size. I'll be watching it for tomorrow. Hopefully, can take out this 19 area or push into the 19 area and then fade. FLXN, another short in. No, this is a long. This is a swing long. So this is another one. They have PDUFA in 2.5 weeks, high short interest, and it's breaking out into a little bit of out of this little flag pattern. So I love these kinds of scenarios. It's a biotech stock or a drug manufacturer, but close enough. The sector is hot, and they have a set catalyst, which is only a few weeks from now, and it's very high short interest. This is a perfect scenario. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing runs to high 20s before this PDUFA date. So I really like that one. Even though it almost stopped me out midday before it reversed back up. It's very close getting stopped out, literally a few cents away. VNDA, try to short it. This is the one that went up and failed the trial. A little bit of a head scratcher. So I shorted it, but I got shaken out here. And then it closed weak, but yeah, I didn't have much size. EFX, I tried to buy it, didn't work. Man, I hate this little box. How can I get rid of it? The MRTX, I tried it long, didn't work out, and GNRC, I shorted it. So I'm gonna still be watching it alongside that because it reminds me of ALDX. You know, goes sideways a little bit, breaks out, and goes on a big run. We're in right kind of a market for these biotechs, these small microcaps biotechs that recently announced data. Now, if this thing can take out this 1135 range, it can very easily run a few bucks intraday. Let's see. So this may be a long and a short, depends on how it opens. This one I'm trying to get in on dips. This is another one. They have set data, even a set time of day when they're gonna present data. So if I can get it in the mid-low 120s, that would be great, and then risk to 1010 or something like that. Good. Oh, I actually talked about this one. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna try to get it on dips. No, I'm not looking at this one. EFX. This thing could have a $5-7 bounce day one of these days. I think this mid 90 area is key. Could very easily bounce back to this mid 95 area. Sorry, could very easily bounce back to $100 or so intraday. I like it. You can risk like 50 cents, 80 cents on it intraday to make maybe $4, $5, $6. Sage, I was looking for this intraday bounce. I missed it. MarTX, I talked about. NLNK, I talked about. Beat, not really excited about this one. But if you can retest the 200 day and then maybe reverse back $1 or $2 intraday, it would be nice. But nothing I'm looking at closely. Dio, trying to get in some on dips. Very thin stock, but I'm gonna do it in my third account, which is my smallest account, and I'll do a couple of thousand shares. I like it fundamentally. Has good earnings, very good chart pattern. Yeah, it could go. Not sure what I'm looking at here. I'm thinking maybe it can fill the gap to 1 in this market, but it's already up a bunch from the lows, so it needs to go sideways a bit more. This is one of 2 oil gas names I'm looking at right now. Former runner, had a big run last year twice and early this year. Get some volume this thing and go up 50% in a few weeks or even a few days. So I'm looking at it. This is another biotech with data. It's not a micro small cap, it's a mid cap actually, a small mid cap. But if it has a breakout here from this tiny consolidation, could be a decent long. Don't like this one. Let's see, ones. They have October 12, I think it's 3 weeks from now. They have a catalyst, but I hopefully can go sideways another 3 to 5 days, so this 50 they can catch up and then break out. Could have a run up into the data or the FDA event. This thing is going sideways, getting really tight. Peers, I've been in this thing for a month now, and I'm willing to add if it breaks out of here. NAK, just going sideways, very tight. Once this thing breaks out, you can risk maybe, I don't know, 5 cents to make. And if it gets going, why can't it go up 50 cents, for example? So risk 5 cents to make 50. I think it's a great risk reward. And it's a former runner, late last year, it made a huge move. Or starting July last year, it went up 800%. So this thing can go. This was also super hyped stock, just what I think HMNY may do also, and XXII. These are just hyped stocks, not necessarily a lot of fundamentals, but potentially big fundamentals if things go right, which they probably won't do, but they can still have big run up. So NAK was exactly that thing, big hype pump stock. This is a China biotech, had a big run. It's just pulling back, resting on the rising 50-day. JP setting up this Feng, for example, had a big another, I think it's a China stock, flagged, had a big breakout. JP is the same looking chart, pretty much. PRT. Oh yeah, they have to set data a few weeks from now or in October. Extremely high short interest. Oh, that's what I'm looking at. Yeah, I'm thinking it may run up into late September, early October when they're gonna release the data. Extremely high short interest. 31 days to cover and 31 days percent short. So I don't know if it takes out the $66 area, you can risk maybe $1. And who knows, this thing can run up $5-10. Tries, not really excited about it, just stalking. It needs to go sideways a bit more. Kura, I'm still in it in 2 accounts. And I may add if it takes out this 1350 area. This thing could do like same thing as ALDX, maybe go to 1516 or something in a day. This thing is data Q4, so may have a run up here late September. Obviously, it depends. I have a lot of these run ups biotech stocks on my watch list right now. It all depends on what the biotechs are do. If they cool down, obviously these are not gonna work. But Labu and XPI, IBB, they look strong. IBB going sideways, XPI tried to break out. Yeah, they look strong. I don't know. Dova, recent IPO biotech. Some of these have had big runs the past month. This thing has been lagging a bit, but it looks good. Very thin. Hard to do more than 1,000 shares probably. Another one had some data. I don't think it was very good, and they have an offering coming, but it's tight going sideways. For a day trade, it could be good. Could very easily go up 20, 30, 40% intraday if it gets going in this market. I usually don't look for day trades that go up 20, 30, 40% intraday, but I caught a few last week, like HMNY and ALDX, and I think I had one more. They just went nuts intraday. Another super thin stock, nice flag, could go. I mean, this thing breaks out, it's gonna get volume, and then the liquidity will be there. HMNY, I'm looking to add to it. I actually added a little bit today on the offering. It was a big offering. They're gonna dilute by like 50%, but it was kind of expected, and I think they upsized it a little bit. And yeah, it takes out this 385 area. I mean, this thing could go. This is the kind of stock and double, triple, and based on what's going on. In this company, or the company they bought, the Movie Pass company. Okay, see some shorts. MGTI watching together with GBTC. Hopefully can push to low threes and then reverse about 30-40 cent fade intraday. On this day I missed it. It went from like low fours to high twos intraday. Big move. I'm not looking for same kind of a move, but if I can get 30-40 cents intraday, that would be nice. GPTs I talked about. I don't know if you can push a couple of bucks out of the gate, then maybe do a quick short. Same thing here. Same thing here. Same thing here. Same thing here. Here. Well, I'm pretty much looking for the same thing. Strength out of the gate and then some weakness. Maybe lower highs or VWAP, a couple of VWAP fails, and then just day trades. Yeah, I have a lot of, not really excited about this one. Close to weak. This one too, close to weak. These two are pretty much the same trade. How big of a move is this? 11%. They're identical. I don't know. I'll do this one. It's higher price. Don't have to do as many shares. Okay. PGNE. Close to weak. Hopefully can push like 47 or something tomorrow. SQM. Would be nice if I can get opening range lows, a green to red short off on it. Tesla. I actually had it long in my third account from this day here, and I sold everything today. I saw some weakness in Nasdaq. All the Nasdaq names pulled back intraday, so I just took some exposure off. Close to weeks, not looking to short it. SAG, yeah, no, close to week. And this one, no. I was thinking about maybe looking for a range break to the downside, but there are so many things to watch right now on the short side. AMC, maybe opening range lows or green to red, could have follow through selling. This thing could go down to mid-low 15s tomorrow potentially. Okay, so those were the watch list stocks. So let's go through my inventory right now. So ESIO, I've been in here since here. I'm up over 30% on it. I was up almost, yeah, I was up 35% on it at one point today. I've been I think I sold about half. Yeah, I sold half. My stop, been moving my stop up, moving it up every day. FLX, a new position today. CUTR, I've been in this thing in my third account since this day here. I bought it on the dip. I think I'm in. I don't remember, 3360s, I think. I mean, anyways, I sold some on the way up. This is a tiny, tiny position. I never bought much in the first place, but yeah, it keeps going. Feng, not half size, unfortunately. I think this thing can go to mid sixes or something very easily. I moved my stop up a little bit. EXTR, I've been in this thing since the gap up. God, it's so hard to see anything on my laptop. Such a tiny screen. Been in here. Has pretty much only gone sideways. I'm not even up 10% on it. I've been in it for, I don't know, 5 weeks, 5 weeks. This one I bought in my third account. Hasn't really gone yet, but I think it can do 30 potentially. OLED, I bought it here, as you remember. Opening range highs on this day here, I think mid-low 115s or high 115s, still going up. Really good looking. This one I have some in my third account. Bought some in the mid-13s. China stock recent IPO very thin. This thing could go to 20 this week or next. Who knows? This one I've been in since this day, if you remember. Just been going higher. Also in my third account, so I never bought a lot, and I sold most of it. I still have tiny left. This may be my smallest position overall, but just keeps going higher. And even though it was a very small position to begin with, 25 or 25% move, it's still kind of nice money. So this one still have some. I sold some today into strength. Pierce has pretty much just gone sideways since I bought it, but it looks like it's setting up. I mean, it's building higher lows all the way. It has some range break here. This thing gets going, it's gonna go. I like it fundamentally too. There's a lot of good things going on here. One of the most exciting biotechs out there. FGen, bought it here, and yeah, just straight up. LL, bought it here, and the gap up, good earnings, still in it, most of my shares. OSTK, I bought it here. If you remember, I was talking about it on this day here. I was gonna buy it on the 20 break. I never did, and it went straight up. Instead, now I chased it here because I don't want to miss out. This thing has also some fundamentally exciting things going on. T0.com, blockchain technology. Kura, I talked about before. I bought it pre-market somewhere in the low mid nines, I think, and then I actually added here in the high 11s or 12 area or something like that. XXII I talked about to death. CBI I talked about this one. MYK talked about this one. This one I mean since I think this day here. Yeah, Also fundamentally some nice. They had some bad earnings, but the market is forward looking. They have some things going on that look exciting. That's why I bought it, even though the chart wasn't the greatest. But yeah, it's straight up since HMNY in from 280s, I think. 280s is my average, I think, or 290s. Yeah, Cat B I talked about. Okay, so this was a very long video, a week full of action to cover, and yeah, that's all I had for now.